This is our cellular mobile communications course. A lot of the courses we have at DSU, we're tinkering with the cybersecurity aspects inside of software, and we tinker with how your computer's communicating and whatnot, but when we start broadening out what we're doing, we realize everyone's carrying these little computers in their pocket, and they're moving more and more of their lives onto just their cell phone that they carry around with them. You do your banking, we used to do exclusively on a computer. Well, now if you wanted, you could do exclusively on a cell phone. So when we start broadening out what we're doing inside of cybersecurity, the cellular mobile class is really important for us, for students to understand the security aspects of when their phone is communicating out. What does that really mean? How can that signal be intercepted? Who can be watching or listening to it?
It's a really fun class. That class focuses on cellular and mobile devices and kind of the communications that they use, the ways that they communicate with each other, with a focus on vulnerabilities and ways to exploit that. But what we were doing in there today was capturing audio from the radio station, which is of course not a crime, you're listening to the radio. But just learning the different protocols and the ways that different radio waves are used to do different things is a lot of fun.
The students coming to class should have some background in networking already, should know how when we go on the internet, what's going on. That's of course ties into cell phones now, because the last thing anyone does with their phone now is places a phone call. We need to know how all the routers and firewalls of the world work and how they're sitting in front of your phone, protecting it, whether it's your home Wi-Fi or whoever your cell phone carrier might be. This whole wireless world is that, unlike a wired signal, I can't stop a wireless radio wave. Even if it's just your car keys, when you click the button to unlock the door, other people can be listening to that signal. There can be anyone around the corner listening and picking up and recording that signal coming off your car keys or your garage door opener, or in certain instances, your Wi-Fi at home. That's the big, high, broad level thing that we're looking at instilling, is that we can't stop those signals. We're always worried about better and faster, but we aren't necessarily talking about more secure all the time. So as the world continues to develop what are 5G technologies, this development loop where manufacturers are coming up with new products, they're so fast to get to market that we forget to implement the security side of things. So I might be able to send your phone some data that it doesn't expect and be able to get control or be able to read information off your phone that it's not necessarily supposed to reveal. So that's the high level down to the technical side of what we're trying to do, is instill what do these signals look like when they're coming off a cell phone or a Wi-Fi device, and who can listen to them and what can they learn about you. So students coming out of both this class and the program as a whole are students that can sit down with any employer and know how to operate a network, how to configure a network and keep it up and running. We also have a lot of students going into research type positions. It's a growing market, and especially growing in demand for our students right now, to where we're taking devices and seeing what are the vulnerabilities inside of this. As you can buy something as a consumer off the shelf, whether it's an IoT device to control your thermostat, or something locking your door, or anything like that. Well, if we send a goofy wireless signal or a misconfigured wireless signal to that device, can we get it to open, even if we're not the legitimate person? So the research area, especially in the wireless area, is really, really growing, and it's going to continue to grow. Hopefully our manufacturers start to catch up with us.
Here, we're hands on the keyboard typing, learning how actual programming works with the memory and the operating system and all the stuff. The teachers are very friendly, they're very passionate about what they do. They're very knowledgeable, and they do a great job of teaching. It's not even you get what you pay for, you get way more than that. This place is not super expensive, and it's a really great education, and they do great things, and I don't know. They have a great reputation among different employers in the cyber world. I have two majors. I'm a double major. I'm network security and administration, which focuses on defensive security as well as system and network administration. So making sure the big fancy computers that run the internet keep working the way they're supposed to, as well as stopping them from getting hacked. My other major is cyber operations, which is more offensive security. It has all the defensive security stuff that network security administration has, but it also has a lot more reverse engineering, malware analysis, and focusing on cellular and mobile communications. There's just so many good things going on here, and I'm very glad that I'm at this school.